Well, hello, friends and family and new friends. I'm Dr. Imani Ma'at Kynes.
I'm J. Bernard Ma'at Kynes.
Together we are Sankofa Institute for Wellness and Progressively Yours Health and Wellness Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest in health and wellness information, technology, and caring. So we're all about sharing the good things that help to keep us healthy and wise and in the know. And before we get to this evening's show is about revisiting the red light therapy bed. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, share some videos. We are the guests this evening, so we don't have additional people joining us. But hopefully, we know that the show is going to be informative and educational. And hopefully inviting, because we want you to come see us at our new location.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get to that, though, I'm going to turn it over to Bernard.
Thank you very much, Imani. And again, I bid you greetings, dear audience, for the opportunity of our time with you and you with us to talk about health and wellness, as Imani has indicated. Part of our ritual and tradition is to begin our show with a brief mindfulness meditative moment, spiritual opening, not religious. And so you're welcome to participate. It's about a minute and a half long. And I'd like to invite you to settle in where you are, get centered so that you're able to receive into your hearts as well as your minds the information that we want to share with you tonight. So with that in mind, I'm going to strike the tingshaws. I want to invite you to just take in 3 breaths in and out through your nose. Sometimes you can part your mouth on the exhalation. But when you inhale, we want the exhalation to be a count or 2 longer. Breathe in, hold, and then begin to relax the muscles in your body. Let your shoulders drop. Feel your muscles relaxing and just scan your body. Let's begin. We're grateful for the presence of our ancestors who are with us on this part of the journey. And may our guides, our guardian angels, our diamonds, our geniuses, all the spiritual assignments to our soul by the eternal as their companion on this journey in this realm. They're with us. They're protecting the 4 corners of the space that we're in and that you are in so that no other energies can enter that does not have our highest good at heart. These words, as we talk about health and wellness, from Thich Nhat Hanh, your true home, lesson 222. 222, a very naive idea. A very naive idea is the title of this reading. Hear these words. Many of us, or many people, aspire to go to a place where pain and suffering do not exist. A place where there is only happiness. This is a rather dangerous idea, for compassion is not possible without pain and suffering. It is only when we enter into contact with suffering that understanding and compassion can be born. Without suffering, we do not have the opportunity to cultivate compassion and understanding. And without understanding, there can be no true love. So we should not imagine a place where there is no suffering, where there is only happiness. That would be a very naive idea. It is for the ancestors who experienced a great deal of pain and suffering so that we can be where we are today. Therefore, because they were and we are and what they moved through and we are moving through, we are being called to provide a place and space for those who are in pain, physically, mentally, emotionally, can come and receive some relief from their pain and suffering. It is indeed for the ancestors. Ashe, namaste, and amen.
Amen. That was good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Very naive idea. Joy and pain. Sunshine and rain.
Yeah.
You know, God bless Frankie Beverly in his transition.
Yeah. He's an ancestor now.
Yeah, but he taught us that lesson, you know, joy and pain.
Like sunshine and rain.
Absolutely.
And you know, and just a brief comment on that is that when he says it's a naive idea, he does not mean going around just gloating in suffering and pain. But what he's simply saying to us is that that is part of the human condition. That is part of our journey here in this realm. Is that that's part what makes life here. So we're moving towards having a deeper level of compassion, love, and understanding for humanity. And so this is a part of our journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So true, so true. So, yeah, so I have a couple of announcements. I like to do the announcements at this point because if we don't, we get to the end of the show and we never have enough time to finish. So I would just encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is Progressively Yours Health and AN 6600. And tell your friends about us. Make sure you click on that bell so that you can get the announcements whenever we have a show coming up. We've actually moved. I don't know if some of you may have noticed that we've moved to every other week instead of every week because we have so much going on and we want to make sure that we have quality programs for you when we do come and sit with you on a Tuesday evening. So anyway, yeah, please subscribe. And we also, of course, appreciate people following us on Facebook and LinkedIn. And again, sharing with all of your friends and family, let them know about our show. I'm always surprised. I sometimes run into people in the supermarket or the mall or somewhere, and they're like, "Aren't you? You know, I watch your show all the time." And I'm like, "Really?" You know, so we're always kind of surprised. We just never know who's listening. And if you do listen, please feel free to speak to us online on YouTube, Facebook, I think, and LinkedIn. All have opportunities for you to make comments. So we try as best we can to address your comments or questions. We always invite it's kind of a juggling act, but we also invite our guests to try to answer questions as well as they're going on. A 1-hour show doesn't give us a whole lot of time to answer everything, but we try. So in terms of announcements, our big announcement, which I kind of want to leave to the end, but I'm not going to, because we're so excited about it. You all know about our red light bed, the Trifecta 450 red light bed, top of the line, wonderful, wonderful piece of equipment, which I am going to talk about in detail. But we have moved that to a new location. It is now at the Well of Roswell, which is on the screen, 900 Old Roswell Lakes Parkway, Suite 300, Roswell, Georgia. And that's actually the website. I'm added to the website as a new practitioner there, thewellofroswell.com. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful location. Becky Arrington and Donna Futrell have been welcoming to us, and we're very excited about joining forces with them. And a shout out also to Samantha Chu, who supported us through Precision Health and Wellness in Swanee. So we want to maintain wonderful relations with them, share contacts and people and referrals, and that's what you do when people are nice to you. So also we've had Dr. Samuel Peters on with discussing. In fact, we had a meeting this afternoon about Alice AI, the technology that just keeps on giving. And we just hear wonderful, wonderful stories. It is such a powerful online app, if you will. And people are going in and giving themselves plant frequency boosts so that it helps for pain, it helps for oxygen, it helps
if you like to work out, there's a workout app for men and women.
And today, you weren't there online when he was talking about it, but he has a new one that he's putting on that's relating to kind of like cooling down and recovering from an intense workout. So I'm excited about that. We've had so many stories of people just feeling better. The app, there are two settings on the app that scan the 11 body systems in our bodies. And as it's doing that, it's also making some adjustments, whatever it finds not functioning properly, it does some tweaking, and
this really works. Like I earlier this morning, I went to work out. I went swimming, for 20 minutes. I left the pool and went to hot yoga, which was 75 minutes, and it's like 105 degrees in the room. I had energy through the end. I run the E-Athletic Male and the Oxygen, and I can tell the difference, especially with the Oxygen. It's like my sinus kind of opens up and I'm able to take in more oxygen, more air. So this, and there are there are a couple that are 15 to 17, 18 minutes that's really scanning the whole 11 systems of the body. But most of the others are 1 minute, 5 seconds. The telomeres, which I run sometimes twice a day, is 125. So it's very, very, very important system for us to promote and to invite you to experience.
And the telomeres are so amazing because the telomeres are like at the ends of our chromosomes. If you picture like a pencil and the erasers, as those erasers start getting smaller, we're aging, and we're getting bald and gray hair and wrinkles. And as you use the telomere part of this particular app, it helps to lengthen those telomeres again. So I'm noticing like hair around my hairline that wasn't there before. He's getting his hair back.
So y'all can't really see.
You can't really see.
But I mean, totally clean.
Yeah.
Now I have
his hair there. Yeah.
My daughter saw me a few weeks ago. She looked up. She said, "Dad, you can hair back."
You're getting hair back.
That's the only thing
I know.
I've been doing.
I know. It's kind of crazy. And last time I was at hot yoga, it was right maybe the day after my birthday, and I think I may have mentioned this last time, but the instructor, I told her how old I was, and she said, "There's no way. What? Really?" And she came over and she was like touching my face. And Bernard knows I have a thing about people touching my face. And in my mind, I'm like, if she touches my face one more time. But she was like, "Your skin is so soft and so, you know." Anyways, we just love the Alice AI app. If you want to get more information, or if you want to schedule a session to try it out, call the number on your screen, 470-861-7266.
Yeah.
And we also, and this is the last announcement, because we get so many products and supplements and things that are in the health and wellness lane. And one of the nice things about being able to move to the Well of Roswell is that we'll have some of these things available for people to try. We've got greens, we've got all kinds of supplements, but we were just introduced to one that is a pet company that actually makes, they make products that are natural for our pets based on a specific type of mushroom. And this particular company has done so many studies. They've seen these supplements heal, and you can say heal when it's animals. They've seen it heal animals from cancer and diabetes and all the things that people get. And folks are really, really excited because our animals are like our children. You know, so many of us have animals that we really do baby them. Really do. I'm guilty as charged. But you know, our four-leggeds, unfortunately, you know, have a limited lifespan, so they're not here forever.
I'm guilty too. You can't see her, but
she's
my belt
in here in the room
is right to my right side.
I know. So yeah, definitely. So definitely check out sankofa.petclub247.com. I think I placed an order. We haven't received the products yet, but the way it's been described to me by a dear friend, I said, okay, we have to do this just to support her and to see the benefits. You know, it's good for the joints and all of that stuff, the coat, everything. So, all right, enough with the marketing. We want to, and we do appreciate when you come on board with us and when you try products that we share. We don't do major advertising for the podcast, so we do appreciate the support and orders that are placed. We actually are working on some merchandise, and hopefully we'll have that, you know, in another month or so to share with folks. We've got a beautiful Sankofa bird on our shirt, and I think you'll like it. The shirt and other things as well. All right, red light bed. We're going to get right into our topic this evening. Again, we've moved the red light bed to the Well of Roswell in Roswell, Georgia. Beautiful, quiet location. I think people will enjoy the atmosphere there. But people always say, well, what is the red light bed? What does it do? What is it all about? And so we have some videos for you, but I want to just kind of give you an overview. Some people say, oh, the red light bed, that's like a tanning bed, isn't it? I'm like, it looks like one a little bit, but it's actually not a tanning bed. It's so much healthier for you than a tanning bed. In fact, it uses red and near infrared light that doesn't get very hot. And you'll hear that in the video, so I don't want to speak too much about it, but it
doesn't get hot really at all.
At all. It's because the heat, when you're in these devices and they produce heat, they also produce inflammation, and you don't want that. So we get the benefits of the red and near infrared light, which pretty much emulate sunlight, you know, and our bodies like that. And this light actually penetrates the cells, gets to the mitochondria. You're going to hear about that. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cells. Yeah, it produces ATP. So you're going to hear a little bit more in detail. So it's not a tanning bed. It's not, it's so much more, it does so much for people. I've got a list here of some of the things that people have used red light bed for. Some people have used it to lose weight because it does penetrate the cells, and we use it in conjunction with something that I call the jiggle wiggle, which is not really called the jiggle wiggle, but that is the visual. It's a made up term. It's a full body vibration device, because as the red and near infrared light goes into your body, it does impact the fat cells. And as some of that is moving through your system, the full body vibration afterwards helps to get whatever's been released from your fat cells to the liver for either processing or being processed right out of the body. So, so it's really a two-part thing. People come and they get in the red light bed, and the treatments are not really long because they don't have to be. Some people like staying in a little bit longer, but it's really a 12 to 13 minute treatment time.
And let me add, Imani, in some of the videos that we will share with you, people will talk about ailments that brought them to have the red light bed experience. Mm-hmm. You may be in good health and you may not have any of the problems that may be outlined or that Imani will share in a moment. Mm-hmm. You may be someone who just likes to maintain, and you are proactive about taking care of your health. Prevention, yes. Yeah. And so this would be an excellent way of doing prevention. But because there are so many toxins in our environment that we are exposed to every day, we need every possible non-invasive equipment to help us continue to elevate our overall health. This red light therapy bed is but one of the mechanisms that will enable you to do that for your body.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And so I'll give you just a short list of some of the things that, and before I do that, I'm going to give a disclaimer, because as with most non-medical devices and supplements, this bed is not designed to treat, cure, prevent. What's the other word I'm supposed to use? Treat, cure, prevent, or diagnose anything that's going on with your body. It really is designed to help your body to get into a state where it can do the work itself. Our bodies are self-healing, and all we need to do is create the right environment and the right conditions for the body to do what it does naturally. So, like you said, it's not, you don't have to be sick to use the bed, but we have had testimonials from all types of things, including brain injuries, bunions, burns, carpal tunnel syndrome, endometriosis, erectile dysfunction, fibromyalgia, gum disease, headaches. You're going to hear a little bit about headaches from one of the testimonials. Hair restoration, I talked about that a little bit. Kidney disease, Lyme disease, macular degeneration, migraines, peripheral neuropathy, rosacea. I think it's pronounced differently. Rotary cuff issues, shoulder. It's helped my shoulder tremendously. Sciatica, shingles, sprains, tennis elbow, TMJ. So there are a number of things. Stroke. There's one young lady you're going to hear from who was actually quite surprised when a lot of her symptoms from having survived a stroke tended to go away. So you'll hear about these and many things, but I want to give you the reasons for sharing these videos is to give you some of the science. The first person who speaks is a doctor who talks about what is red light, what is it really doing, and why should people consider using red light therapy. So that's one. We also have Dr. Carl, who is the creator of the particular bed that we have, the Trifecta 450, which is the second model from his company. It was a 300 that we had used. And that's what convinced us to get the bed, because we like the 300 so much. So we have the higher model, the 450. He's going to talk a little bit about the benefits of that particular model. And then we're going to hear some testimonials. So I think we will get right into that, because if I start sharing more, it's going to become redundant. And we don't want that. So if you would, Toya, please share the first video of the doctor speaking about red light therapy, please.
Yourself limitless. Diving into red light therapy, what is red light therapy? Red light therapy is a type of photobiomodulation, which means it's using light to change your biology. And what it does is you're taking a specific spectrum out of the whole light. So if you look at the sunlight, right, it has different kinds of light in it. There's UV light, then there's blue light, and then there's red light, near infrared light, far infrared light within that sun spectrum. All of these lights have a specific wavelength, and based upon that specific wavelength, they can either penetrate your body or not penetrate your body. These wavelengths also give these lights different powers. For example, if you look at UV light, while it can cause cancer, it also stimulates vitamin D production, which is important for your body. On the other hand, blue light helps with acne, but red light, out of all of them, is probably the most beneficial light of all, because it can actually penetrate your body along with near infrared light. It has three mechanisms of action. The number one is when red light and near infrared light penetrate your body, they go within your tissues and activate these organelles called mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. In other words, it's the battery of the cell. So when you activate the mitochondria, you're actually kind of giving that battery a boost, allowing every cell in the body to work better. And guess what? This energy is required by each and every cell in your body, from your immune cells to your skin cells to your heart to your muscles. Every cell in your body for each and every function requires energy. And so red light just allows every cell to get more of that energy, which leads to its beneficial effects. For example, if we look at the fibroblasts, which make collagen and elastin in your skin, red light therapy stimulates the fibroblasts and causes more collagen elastin production, which gives you that tensile look. Not only that, if you have any hyperpigmentation on your skin, or there's any kind of solar damage because of not using sunscreen, red light therapy can stimulate macrophages to erase that damage or rewrite that genetic code, because it stimulates certain pathways there as well through mitochondria via this thing called retrograde signaling. So when you are activating mitochondria, they also react with the DNA to change or rewrite your epigenetic code, which kind of takes away the hyperpigmentation, the solar damage that is going away. With red light therapy, it also decreases cellulite production based on that, and that is the main mechanism with the skin. The second mechanism is hormesis. Hormesis is a phenomena which implies that whenever you are exposed to a sublethal dose of a toxin, that causes you to get stronger. An example of a hormetic stressor is exercise. When you're exercising, you're actually kind of producing damage in your body. These reactive oxygen species, these tears, which causes the body to produce an adaptive response to get stronger, build muscle, make sure that you live longer. Similar hormetic stressors are saunas, or oxygen deprivation, cold hormesis, fasting hormesis, or other stresses which causes the body to get stronger. Initially, we used to think that aging was all tied to antioxidants, which is kind of not true, because that field of research giving people antioxidants to reverse aging has not given us the best results in research. But what has actually given us the best results is the hormesis part of red light therapy, where it kind of stresses out your mitochondria, which causes reactive oxygen species production. And this causes the body to build more antioxidants within itself. So it increases the body's antioxidant production rather than relying on external antioxidants. So this allows the body to cope with more damaging stress, aging stress. The third way red light therapy works is by increasing nitric oxide within your cells. So when red light therapy goes inside your mitochondria, it displaces nitric oxide from this enzyme called cytochrome C oxidase. And this nitric oxide now goes into your blood vessels, causes dilation within those blood vessels, and this causes increased nutrients to go into your skin. So these are the three ways red light therapy works. Now, remember I talked about whether red light therapy is a fad or not. it is a fad if you buy the wrong device, because a lot of devices on the market claim to do many things that they just cannot. And I'll kind of clarify how that works. So mostly if you look at very cheap devices or devices where you don't see any specifications or many people haven't reviewed it, you should be very careful when they describe benefits that device doesn't have. I would actually err on the side of more expensive devices, more reviewed, more tested devices, because you're putting your money somewhere. You're not going to go wrong with better quality devices, which
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, I like that for the 3 points that he shares about what are the benefits of the red light bed. And so that's why I said it goes so much further than weight loss. He talks about activating the mitochondria, powerhouse of the cells, which we did speak about. But he also says, it helps to react with the DNA, and it decreases cellulite. That's one of the areas, I guess, where people are seeing weight loss, and collagen production.
Yeah.
And so that's where you get the skin that feels good
and tightens
it up.
Yeah.
Right. And the new term that we learned, hormesis, I think is amazing, because it's when he says when you're working out, you're stressing your body, and your body has to react to that. And in reacting to that, it's getting stronger. Your muscles are getting better. Your tissues are being repaired. So, and it helps your body to create its own antioxidants. People are always trying to purchase the best antioxidants on the market. And this device actually helps your body to create its own antioxidants, which it does naturally, but it does that through the process of hormesis work, and so that's the other important reason for using the red light bed. And the last is, as he mentioned, the creation of the increased nitric oxide and the dilation of the blood vessels, and so that you can get increased nutrients into your cells.
And it helps also with blood flow. So the blood is circulating and flowing much smoother and easier throughout the body.
Right. So I really, when I saw that piece, I know it's a little hard to understand, but you have the words on the bottom. So it was pretty much easy to follow him. So I really appreciate it. And he's a doctor. And I wanted to get someone outside of the Trifecta company to talk about the benefits of red light therapy. So we're going to move on to the second one, who is Dr. Carl Rothschild, who actually created the bed that we have. Talks a little bit about the benefits of this particular bed. You remember that the former doctor, and I'm sorry I didn't write down his name, he said not all red light is the same.
Yeah.
And you really want to go with something that's quality, something that's been researched. And this system has been researched for many, many years, and something that's a little bit more expensive in terms of, that the expense being expensive doesn't always mean that it's quality, but in this particular case, it is expensive, and it is one of the best state-of-the-art red light beds on the market. So let's hear a little bit from Dr. Carl.
When you're looking at different equipment out there, one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, is very powerful lights that don't get hot. Heat is the enemy. So if I were to get a device that was very hot and would get the body heated up, that heat will dilate blood vessels, bring more fluid to the surface, and that would block the penetration of the light. So you want really strong lights that don't get hot. That's what makes this bed so special, the Trifecta light. That it is very strong without getting hot. And you can also customize the exact treatment for the individual based on their size and their condition. As that top canopy comes down, you want it to come right down onto the person's body. The reason is the further you are from the body, you lose power exponentially. You want that light as close to the body as you possibly can get. 10% of your body is made up of mitochondria. Well, when I went to school, we didn't know it that way. we learned that there was one mitochondria in every cell. Now we know there's thousands of mitochondria in every cell. And it's the mitochondria is the reason why you eat. It's the reason why you breathe oxygen. It creates the energy molecule, ATP, that makes the difference between you being sick or well. So the kind of things that we're seeing with skin and even everything else deep penetrating is quite amazing.
I like that. Short and to the point. And we learned something else. Our body is 10%. 10% of our body is the mitochondria. He said there's thousands in every cell. It's not like one or two. And so it is really, really important that that our mitochondria be supported in the way that leads to, like you said, is the difference between being sick and being well. We want to be well. We definitely want to be well. Let's go on to the next video that goes a little bit deeper, actually. Did you have something you wanted to share?
Yeah, I'll say it next time.
Okay.
About the 10%.
Okay.
The Pro 450, which we're now developing, we've been working on this piece of equipment for a long time. We've created this bed from the ground up. There's two major categories here. One, heat. The other is sympathetic resonating frequencies. Heat is the enemy. Now we can control the amount of power to both the red separately to the near infrared because we can pulse the wave, and in between each of those pulsations you can dissipate the heat. Because what you want to do is surprise the body. We call it getting under the radar. If the body knows something's going on and you created this heat, what do you think heat does? It dilates the blood vessels, brings more fluid to the area, blocks the penetration of the lights. That's not what we want. But let's talk about the resonating frequencies. I've been working with resonating frequencies probably for 2 decades now, and we've had wonderful results with it. Light frequency resonates sympathetically with tissues in the body. Liver has a different frequency. The kidneys have another different frequency. Near infrared is so healing. And so we set the near infrared to 528 hertz. There's 5,000 different frequencies that our practitioners can set the beds to. Some of the simple things are how high it is off the ground so that somebody can easily get into the bed. The canopy can be raised up with, like a finger. It's very easy. We can completely control the bottom bed separate from the top canopy. Having that, we now have the most powerful lights. We have the most number of lights. We have a way of affecting the amount of power as well as the flexibility as far as the vibration and the frequency. If any of you are interested in learning more about this, I would go to this website that's on here, talk to someone, and they can elaborate and find out how this will work for you.
So that is good, and we make it real simple for our clients because we preset the frequencies and all of that before they come in, so that when they come into the room, all they have to do is push on, and it counts down for 15 seconds, and then they get in the bed, and it goes for 12, 13 minutes, and that's it. Total privacy, of course, and we sterilize and wipe down the bed in between each, because the fewer items of clothing that people wear, the more of the light that's going to penetrate their cells and down to the mitochondria throughout the body. So we encourage people to strip down at least to their underwear and get in the bed and have a lot of body exposed, a lot of skin exposed.
And just pull it close. And do you have some claustrophobia? The bed is designed so that your head can be out where there's a cushioned pillow, so you don't have to. It doesn't have to be in your face. Yeah. Me personally, I like to be in totally enclosed, so I can get all of my head, my face, my eyes. You don't have to wear goggles or anything.
Although we have the goggles,
although we do have them, like for them to penetrate my eyes. Now I'm talking about two devices. With the Alice AI, there's a clear eyes, and then the red light therapy. That kind of combination. I was driving, like I said earlier today, to work out, and I was saying, man, I'm seeing clear. Now I've been doing this over time, and so one visit won't cut it. You have to do several visits in order to have the
really get
optimal
the
benefits. Yeah, this is we're talking long-term health care for ourselves. So this is an investment in your health, which is it's the only thing that we have really is our health.
And it's funny you mentioned the eyes, because at nighttime, I realized I was having trouble seeing at night. And then when I took my glasses off, I'm like, oh, now I can see. So the glasses were actually getting in the way in the evening when I was driving. Daytime, I don't have any problem, but at nighttime. So my eyes have been shifting some. And I don't wear the glasses when I drive at night, which is great.
I briefly want to share. I want to go back to this 10% that he said that our body is a mitochondria. Now, that's very, very important, because in a whole different topic that, at some point we'll have to have a deeper conversation about. Research has shown that one of the things that we're dealing with in our bodies constantly are parasites. And so in her book, This Is Your Brain on Parasites, Catherine points out that most of our body is controlled by our microbiomes. And so she says, once doing the math, that only 10% of us is us. So 10% of us is us, and 10% of our body is made up of mitochondria. That is a very, very important 10%.
It is.
As relates to our health when you think about it.
It is. I think that probably went past a lot of people, because we've been studying the parasites and all of that. But
my goodness.
It's and we're constantly looking for ways to just for ourselves and to encourage our clients to cleanse and to get rid of the parasites. Wormwood is real good, as is black walnut.
Well, there are different types, and so those
are different types.
Yeah, those are the ones that may be in our digestive tract, but there is Dr. B. Serious, who really inspired me about this.
He's an expert on
they are systemic, so they're down in our tissue. One of the persons that the reason that Imani and I are so excited about the well of Roswell, because one of our colleagues there does the Rife therapy.
Technology.
And the Rife technology, when Dr. Carl is talking about frequencies, the Rife technology also connects with frequencies to go deeper, to get to the tissues where these
and to zap the parasites. I mean, that's basically part of what the frequencies do. So we're excited. We're going to be working with some people who also have the latest technology and natural approaches to health and wellness. We don't, as far as I know, I don't think we have any medical doctors working with us. No. It's all natural health and wellness practitioners, and they're all good folks. They're all good folks, so we will enjoy sharing, our clients with them, their clients with us, and meeting with them, and then coming over and getting in the red light bed.
Yes,
that'll be fun.
That's exciting, and we're doing this because it is our mission. This is her mission is my mission. My mission is her mission.
Oh, he took that straight from the man who fell to earth. He didn't make it up.
No, I didn't make it up. And
okay.
But we envision that it's part of our calling to allow these technologies to inform us so that we can share them with you, because we really, really care about you, your health, and your well-being. We really, really do.
Absolutely.
And so we're going to do and learn as much as we can. We're going to vet everything that we talk about. We personally vet ourselves before bringing it to you. And so we're looking forward to the opportunity for taking your health to a new level.
The next level. We actually have a couple of
testimonials
about the bed. So let's see one or two of those, maybe three. Let's see.
Hey everybody, Carl Rothschild here. I have Jerisha on the phone, and she had such an amazing experience getting on the bed. She got on this bed, and I think you went on 8 times. Is that correct?
Yes, 8 sessions.
Okay, so rather than me wasting any time right now, I would ask as a favor if you could just tell us what your experience was like using that bed.
First of all, thank you, Dr. Rothschild, for having me on. I would like to say that my experience was phenomenal. First session, and of course, I've stated that I had 8 sessions. When I initially was able to get in the bed, I came in post-stroke. That wasn't necessarily the reason that I was getting in the bed, though. It had nothing to do with the stroke initially. I came and got in the bed for my eyes, actually, because I had been experiencing a clear burst of sight on and off, and was doing some natural research about just healing the eyes naturally. And so the young man that allowed me to get in the bed after I shared, my issues, he said he felt like it would help my eyes. Unbeknownst to me, on the first session, not only did I see clearer, I won't say that it's, completely 20/20 at this point, but I'm seeing clearer every day. It's actually amazing. But what I noticed was, as you all can see it, my head is bald. What I noticed is that my hair had grown within 24 hours. The second thing I noticed the first session was that I had a burst of energy, increased energy. I had lost at least 2 inches on my body, and I could tell that I had slimmed down just a bit. And being that I was post-stroke, I had mental clarity, a clarity that I did not have. After about the 3rd session, I could see a complete difference. I'm gonna be honest with you, in my skin. My skin was practically flawless. My body structure began to change. By the 3rd session, I'm sure I had lost at least 5 to 7 pounds. By the 4th session, what I'll say is, based on post-stroke, I was having issues with vertigo. I was having issues with maintaining energy. I had a lot of fluid that would build up in my knees and in my wrist. I noticed that I did not feel a lot of fluid in my knees. I didn't feel fluid in my wrist. By the 6th session, I'll just say I felt like a superior being. I don't even know if anyone's ever said it that way, but I literally went from vertigo, feeling like I was carrying dead weight, brain fog, stuttering, not being able to focus clearly, not having balance, to speaking clearly, having balance, having clarity of mind. My emotional state literally changed. I definitely know I was depressed after having a stroke and gaining a lot of weight. I felt phenomenal, a sense of well-being. By the 8th session, I literally thought I was Superwoman. I'm gonna be honest. And by the time my family members saw me after the eighth session, it literally was as if I had been dipped in the fountain of youth. I'll be honest with you. When my mother saw me after the 8th session, we were sitting having a conversation, and she was staring at me. And so I said, "Is everything okay?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's different about you." And I said to her, I said, "Well, I've, had these different sessions with the light therapy. I said, I can tell I lost weight. She says, that's what it is. And I don't desire to tell my age, but what I'll say is my mom said to me, your face now looks like it did when you were in your 20s. That's what she told me. She says it's literally as if you have reversed, you know what I'm saying, back to your youth. And then, I began to express to her how phenomenal this experience has been for me. But for me, with having this actual experience, it's just been completely phenomenal. And when I say it's not just the eyes, which was the initial reason I went in, but I have literally had a total body transformation. I mean, head to toe. It's phenomenal. It really is. I'm pretty much here to share my story with the world. I literally am supposed to not be talking right now. The side of my face should be hanging. My hand, my left hand should actually be turned in, which I was this way, prior to having my sessions. I'm just so excited. I was moving slow like an 80-year-old. This is how my body was beginning to degenerate. I have full cellular regeneration within me. I've never felt this good before. And I'll also say this, on my last session, that 8th session, I had so many issues with insomnia too. I have literally been sleeping like a newborn baby, not just a baby, but a newborn baby. And I get my rest. I get my 6 to 8 hours. I get up, I'm on the schedule, I'm doing what I have to do. And I'm so happy and grateful to be able to say that this has given me my life back. I'd love for everyone who is suffering in their body with pain or feels no type of sense of well-being, whether it's pain in the body, fat, emotional strain, to give it a try at least. I say one try. I believe it takes only one session for you to see that it does actually work. So I would say if anyone out there has the opportunity to take advantage of being in the bed, please.
So when I came back rehab, it was pretty scary because I couldn't move any part of my body. I could see noticeable differences. And so to be able to walk without knowing you're going to fall is golden. So if they can work it into their life, absolutely worth it. It's a game changer. Dr. Curtis Smith and I kind of grew up together in Arkansas, and we've kept in touch, and I see him frequently. And after I tripped in rehab, so once I was able to get out, after many months, the first of last year, I finally got to where I could drive by myself and go see Curtis, and we talked. And the next time I went in, this machine was being set up in his other room. And you all said that, well, why don't you do this, and we're going to come back and talk to you and see how you do after a while. And to be honest with you, after every week that I would go in, I'd go in 3 times a week, I could see noticeable differences. And first off is you have to learn how to walk again. So be able to walk without knowing you're going to fall is golden. So the way the light therapy works on, and Curtis said that there's so many other things it does. And so I said, well, man, I'm a perfect person. Let's go. So each week we were just like 2 little kids seeing all the stuff that had happened to me and how far I'd come. And my first big test was, I go to the gym 3 days a week when I can, but since I drive, I was able to get in more often. But just to even stand up on the treadmill was terrifying because I didn't want to get thrown against the wall. So long story short, and this has been, I think, 2.5, maybe about 2.5 months that we've been going through this. It's just almost like a miracle. I mean, I can do everything now. I can talk. I have steady hands. I can sleep really well at night. I've got my body under control, getting all my muscles back. I tell them if they can work it into their life, absolutely worth it. It's a game changer.
Hey everybody, Carl Rothschild here. I have Brandon with us, and Brandon's had some pretty interesting experiences with the Trifecta Light bed. And I just wanted to say, first of all, hi Brandon, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. And so maybe you can just relate to us what issues you had and how the light bed affected you.
So a lot of the issues that I've been having were some headaches. Mainly a lot of the main issue was in like my legs and feet. A lot of times like they would feel some stiffness and a lot of times like a lot of pain around my ankles. But the bed was definitely able to like relieve that. So I could easily, it didn't affect my walking too much, but I don't feel the pain after I use the bed. My worst symptoms, I would probably have to say would be like my left leg in terms of like just like stabbing, aching. I initially started feeling it back in 2020.
3 years ago, you started having pain in your left leg. That was the first time.
Right. I also had like some headache stuff as well.
Let's go to the headaches. Which part of your head did you feel the worst? If you had a point?
It would be more like back here.
Okay, and how often did you have headaches?
I'd probably say like a couple times a week. I want to say at first I went to my my primary. They were just like, they wanted to try to see who should I talk to in terms of like the headaches and stuff.
Our good buddy Brian Bristol, nurse practitioner. Okay, and so then he put you on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you notice, and how soon did you notice any changes?
Immediately. As soon as I would get out of it, I would feel different.
With your kind of problem, I would want to see you as often as I could for at least the first several months. But if you stay with the bed for the rest of your life, my guess is that that could be a phenomenal way of you doing much, much better. Did you tell them that you were using red light therapy?
Yes. Well, the new neurologist that I have was just like, if it's working, keep doing it.
And what he said was, I don't know anything about red light therapy, but if it's working, keep doing it. Is that correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Well, Brandon, it's been a pleasure. I'm so pleased that we got an opportunity to talk to you. And I wish you a lot of luck. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm excited all over again.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you forget what you have. And this has been a good renewal for us,
Mm-hmm.
in addition to sharing it with our viewers. And we hope you come see us at the Well of Roswell.
We look forward to you coming to
Absolutely.
visit seeing us.
We're gonna do a special event, and we just have to get the date down, verified, and then we will share with everyone. But we're going to be seeing clients all day long, and on a particular day for our event, with very low charges, just because we want people to try the bed. And then when they like it, we'll have lots of package options for folks as well.
So, with all of that being said, we first and foremost want to thank our producer, Sister Toya.
Thank you,
who
Toya.
is just such an outstanding and amazing to help us put our show together. Without her, we may not be here, but we're here. And thank you, Toya, for all that you've done. We want to thank you, the audience, for being with us tonight. We look forward to not only seeing you back here again, but we really are inviting you to contact us regarding the opportunity to experience this wonderful, wonderful bed and many other experiences as we promote health and wellness in times like these.
And we do know that some of you aren't in Atlanta. So for those of you who are not, we still have lots of options to support you in your healing journey. So please do reach out to us at Sankofa Institute Sankofa for Wellness at gmail.com. You can also go to our website at ceosankofa.com.
It is indeed for the ancestors. Thank you. Ashe, namaste, and amen.
Blessings, folks.